Hey everyone, welcome and thanks for joining the first edition of Ocean Builders. It's great to have you guys here today with us. Thanks for taking your time. Ocean Builders is a new series that we launched to bring together members of the ocean community who are actively building on ocean so that they can connect, share, show, and learn from one another and kind of trade some secrets, if you will, and obviously show what kind of great stuff they've been working on. My name is Sheridan, and I'll be your host for today's event. At Ocean, I cover collaborations and ecosystem, and as part of my role here, I also help to coordinate Ocean Shipyard Grant Program. Now, today, for the first Ocean Builders event, we're lucky to have 4 outstanding Ocean Shipyard grant projects who are joining us to talk a little bit about their experience in shipyard, as well as share some of the things that they've been building. All of the 4 projects presenting today received a shipyard grant in 2022. And as you'll see, they put some really cool stuff together in a very short amount of time, ranging from on-chain revenue sharing tools to data aggregation apps and more. So really excited about today's session. Great that it's the first of the Ocean Builders series. And for those of you who may not be that familiar with Ocean Shipyard, it's an early stage grant program that was established by the Ocean Protocol Foundation. And shipyard grants are awarded to entrepreneurs and Web3 developers who are building open source solutions on Ocean that help make valuable data available on Ocean, as well as building innovative applications and businesses that create value for the entire ocean ecosystem. So today, the 4 teams, each team will have 15 minutes to give a short presentation as well as a demo about what they've been building. And then at the end of their 15 minutes, or at least the last part of their 15 minutes, we'd like to reserve that for a brief Q&A from the audience. So as they're presenting, be sure to kind of get your questions ready. You can drop it in the chat, and we'll make sure that we answer that when we get that far. So that's kind of the structure for today. Excited to get started. But before I ask each one of the projects to come on stage individually, I'd like to invite Ocean Protocol co-founder Bruce Pon to say a few words. So Bruce, if you're with us, the floor is yours.
Hey, everybody. Thank you very much for this very first inaugural Builder Summit. Really excited to hear the presenters. I think the Shipyard program has gone through it's one of our oldest programs, and so we're very proud of it. I think that we now have a formula where we bring in some of the best talent building on Ocean, give them grants. And so I'm just really excited to hear about what you guys have built, and to hear what else the rest of the community feels about this. All I can say is that right now we're going through a very difficult time in crypto. It's probably the 3rd or 4th time I've been through one of these, and the projects and communities that continue building through this come out on the other side thriving and doing very well. I think that we're still at the very beginning of a data economy, and all the work that you guys are doing is one step forward, another building block to help us really kickstart the data economy. But we got like decades ahead of us. You're all at the start of it, and I'm really proud and glad you guys are part of the journey. So with that, I'll hand it back to Sheridan.
All right, thank you, Bruce. And well said, and great to have you here today. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for your time. I know how busy you are, particularly in these times. So now turning to the teams that will present today. The first team is Brainstem Digital Labs. Brainstem is developing a scalable, decentralized platform that leverages wearable devices to collect medical grade data. So such things as heart rate, blood pressure, and other valuable health metrics. Brainstem has been working to leverage Ocean to enable their users to be able to take the data that they've collected through their wearables and publish health data on ocean protocol by forming or joining data unions, basically. But they'll explain that more later. Presenting for Brainstem today is founder Max Campbell. Max is based in London, and he'll also be joined by Robin Lehman from Data Union, who's been collaborating with Brainstem on this project. And Robin, I believe, is based in Thailand today. So we've got many time zones represented here today. So quick reminder before they take the stage. As I said before, we're taking questions, drop them in the chat. We'll have it towards the end of their demo and their presentation, an opportunity to ask them those questions and get them to respond in real time. So with that, Brainstem, welcome to Ocean Builders. Please tell us, what are you building on Ocean? The floor is yours.
Cool. So thanks, Sheridan. I'd just like to begin by thanking everyone for attending today's Ocean Builder session. So I'm just going to share my screen and start with a little presentation, if that's all right. So here at Brainstem, we are developing software and custom hardware to collect and analyze health data and allow users to easily share it with others. So this is the system that we have in mind. As I previously said, it's going to use custom hardware, and we're developing the software at the moment. Shipyard has enabled us to make quite a lot of headway in this process, and so we're really grateful for the opportunity. So to begin with, we will develop at least one wearable device, and we will support collection of multiple health variables. To begin with, it's going to be continuous R-to-R intervals, which is used for heart rate variability. That's what HRV stands for. But we aim to expand this to a bunch of other metrics as well. This is based on the sensor technology. So Brainstem will offer health screening, monitoring, and improvement options. Effectively, we would like to have a multi-pronged approach whereby we make the absolute maximum usage of your data through screening, monitoring, improving, and most importantly, earning, right? So we're looking to introduce a where to earn feature, which utilizes Ocean and Data Union. We will develop a token incentivized model to encourage user participation in a range of health-related collaborations. So our Data Union, powered by Brainstem Labs, provides anonymous and secure data sharing while maintaining data sovereignty. And I think that the data sovereignty aspect is really the key tenet here. And it's something that we strongly believe in maintaining. And yeah, we're really, really excited to be working with Ocean and Data Union on this. So this is the system overview. So this is effectively what we hope to achieve. Ultimately, we would like to provide, number one, a peer-to-peer sharing, and two, aggregated data sets that can be searched and filtered to allow data consumers to derive maximum value from this new resource. So as I said previously, it's all about trying to maximize the value of the data that we're collecting. Okay, so we'd like to thank Ocean for the Shipyard support, and we would like to demonstrate what we have achieved during this program. So in order to do so, I'd like to just show you a quick demo of the wearable device, collecting some data, uploading it to Ocean Marketplace, and performing computer data on that. So to begin with,
we're going to go to
here we go.
Robin first, right?
Oh yeah, sorry. If we went to Robin, if Robin wants to share his screen first, and then I'll come back to me.
So like let me share my screen.
Can't really hear Max. I need.
So what I'm doing right now is basically I'm ordering an insight on the Ocean Marketplace. So like I did this already. Basically, so like here we see the Brainstem Ocean Health data set. So like this is a compute to data asset. So like you can also see this here. The symbol means compute to data. And basically here on the right side, you can see that there are algorithms that are allowed to run this. So like here you have to get whitelisted to run. And one thing that we have here is like an heartbeat insight. So like that basically looks at the data and counts how many heartbeats are in there and calculates an average and so on. But yeah, so like this is something that we did already. So like I started this job to see like how much data is in there, and like how much did the people upload there already. And so like I can now go here and I can see on the Ocean Marketplace that I can now download my results. This job was just started 1 minute ago. I'm trying to save some time here. Now I have to verify that I'm the person and I'm controlling the wallet. It's a little bit slow, but now I'm signing this here. So like I can now download the result of this compute to data job. I'm getting this here. So let's look at this. And that's basically here our first step. So like I'm going to increase this a bit. So like we have like at the moment close to 1,937,000 heartbeats in there. And after now we do the step with the mobile app and the device, we will then check this again here on the marketplace to see how the number changed by doing and interacting with the data set. So yeah, please go ahead, Max.
Cool, thanks for that, Robin. Okay, so now I'm going to share my screen again. This time it's going to be of the mobile application collecting the data. So just, here we go. So here is the mobile app.
And okay.
We open a recording. So this is a live recording where, what's it called? Do you want to show the device? Just
yeah, you can see my heart rate's gone up a bit there.
Yeah. Anyways.
Okay.
So from here, if we pause the recording.
So let me just run quickly through. So this is the live recording. I'm just going to take you over to the wallet screen, show you what I've got in the wallet. So I've got 85 tokens, 5 of which are unclaimed. I'm going to claim those. Now I've got 1 left to claim. I'm going to go back to the recording and I'm going to stop it. And I've got a 4.5 hour recording here that I started this morning. I press upload and the data has been uploaded to the data union. Go back to my wallet and you can see at the bottom there I've received a token as reward for that data upload. I'm going to pass you back to Robin.
All right. Okay, let me share my screen again. Lots of back and forth here, but anyways, so like now we go in here and let's see how quick this goes. Now we start in the compute job again. So like this is now live, and here you can see now these are the steps that you have to do. So like we have to now basically allow that it can spend some Ocean tokens for ordering the algorithm and for the data set. So like these are in total, I have to do 2 transactions and sign one message to start the job. Can take a moment, but basically in the I can just fill the time by explaining a little bit more what are the next steps here for example for this data set. Like you can see here now 1 algorithm. In the future we can have many more. So like that's basically then one of the next steps. It could, for example, be an ocean data challenge that we make a version of this data set which is safe to share with other people, and then in the competition the people can start developing algorithms out of this data, or Brainstem Health finds other partners that are then developing some insights, and basically that is then something that other people can buy, and that would then also create more turnover on Ocean protocol and fill also the community chest, the treasury to pay out. But basically, yeah. So this is the way that it will work. So like only whitelisted algorithms are getting executed here, because we have to make really sure that nobody does the old copy input to output algorithm and basically carries out all of this information, or starts to somehow target people and tries to find individuals inside this data set. So like this, all of this has to be avoided. If we look now here, this is now the job has been started. So like this is now the messaging that comes back from the Ocean provider that we are running here for Brainstem on their server. So like now here there are some steps: configuring the volumes, making sure that the algorithm can run, and then the last step is basically then publishing the result, and then we can check out how much data has been updated and can compare this to the last result that I showed you a few minutes ago. Okay, the algorithm is running, and yeah, so and it should be published. It should publish the results soon. Yeah, so that's it, and then I can download it very soon. Should be one moment. Okay, so here we go. Now I will still have to sign that it's me, not somebody else. So other people don't get access to the results. Only the person who ordered the job. Let me do that. And now I'm getting the results file. So let me pull up the other one. It's still here. So now we can compare. Like this is my results file number 13. This is the one number 14. We can see that the number has increased. So like the results are different. So like the data on the server has been updated. We're using a database there that gets basically now shared here on Ocean Protocol. So like on the marketplace, so that it's now basically a view in this database that is accessible here. But we can see now all of this worked. So like we went now from device, from tracker to the app onto the Ocean marketplace, and we could use the data now directly inside an insight. So like I think that's really a big step forward.
Great.
Amazing.
To wrap things up then.
Yeah. Okay. So I just want to keep an eye on
gonna,
time. Go ahead, Max. You have some closing words. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, just a couple closing words. Okay. So in terms of next steps, so moving forward, we'd like to continue our work with Ocean and Data Union through further integrations and collaborations with a focus on providing novel solutions to real health issues, aiming to improve healthcare equity. That's the main thing is really about improving healthcare equity. And that's everything. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Max, and Robin and Michael as well. Great demo there. Very exciting, and great to see it all come together. Question on my end, even though it wasn't in the chat here, I'd imagine that people watching are wondering how to maybe get one of those wearables. What's the best way, or is it possible to get one of those wearables now and kind of participate and play around? And of course, even more interesting, is there a special Ocean community wearable that's being designed in the pipeline?
Yeah, so in terms of current wearables, it's just we have a prototype wearable, which is just for the team at the moment, just like small scale testing. But we're definitely we're looking, as I said in the slides, to basically have like a commercial pathfinder consisting of 1,000 to 3,000 test devices, and we would love for the Ocean community to play an integral role as beta testers, and that will be next year. Yeah, Q2. Around second quarter of next year.
Very nice.
So, and that will be the wearable that you saw in the photos. And then so that will be the Ocean edition. We'll try if the community wants, then we'd definitely be interested in something like this.
Great. I'm sure there will be. So get ready. Q2 2023. Lots of orders may come in from the community there to help you guys move that forward. So very cool stuff. Thank you very much. Thanks again. And now we'll shift gears and move to the next team or project that's up. Next up is Calica. Calica is a no-code tool that allows users to write complex business rules to automate their on-chain revenue and portal experiences to access and understand their revenue and earnings. So Calica is built to be directly composable with sources of revenue and aims to eliminate dev work and manual admin of complicated revenue agreements, such as earning caps for different parties, directing sources of revenue at NFT holders, et cetera, and more. So presenting Calica today is founder Adam Silver. Adam is joining us, I believe, from California, San Francisco. In any event, I think it's very early in the day where he is. So Adam, welcome to Ocean Builders. Please tell us a little bit more about what you're building on Ocean. The floor is yours.
Yes, it is early, but doesn't matter because I'm very, very excited to be here with all of you. So hi, everyone. I'm Adam. I'm the co-founder of Calica. Before starting Calica, I was in my Web 2 life, where I led a product team writing workflows in enterprise software. And that was really where the idea for Calica was born. I was focused on writing, basically building a product that allows customers to write workflows to automate their internal finances. But there's a ton of limitations with that. And the biggest being that you can't embed payments within a workflow very easily. And so we set out to build Calica to allow people to write payment workflows. And in that process, we've gone very deep in the Web3 space and are so excited to be a part of the Ocean Protocol community because we think that there's a lot of really exciting opportunities for payments to play a role within this space. So I'm going to share my screen and start telling you a little bit more about Calica and what we do. So our vision for Calica is to enable on-chain business models and manage the resulting finances. And I think that's what makes us so excited about Ocean Protocol is, data is not a new product on the internet, but the business models that data have, the business models for data on the internet today are archaic. And we're really excited to be a part of enabling new business models for data online. And then managing the finances is the next big step, and we focus on that a lot. So what we allow people to do with Calica is write workflows and business rules that reflect the actual arrangements that they're making with their holders. And we can go into a little bit more of how that looks for Ocean publishers and providers as well. So this is essentially how it works. We have a no-code tool where folks can go in and write their business rules. It's a dApp. Within that tool, they then sign transactions. And this integrates directly into Ocean, as you'll see when I demo. And then we have a network of on-chain smart contract factories that work together to build a workflow that supports the different business rules. And then all users that are connected to that workflow are given a portal experience so that they can track their earnings and so on. So what this means is that for folks who are publishing data on Ocean Protocol, they can use Calica, as I'll show you, to write business rules, connect them directly to your sources of on-chain revenue within the Ocean market, and then everyone will have access to a portal where they can see what they're earning and how much and when and their last payments and so forth. So it's adding a layer of transparency and making sure that the people who are publishing data, organizing data, cleansing data, or providing data are able to get paid more easily through the marketplace. So again, we'll go into more detail. I'll get out of the slides and into the product in a second here. So this is our product today. We're still very early, and we're excited to keep growing what we do. But on the left-hand side, you have our workflow builder, and then on the right-hand side, the portal experience that comes from those workflows. And so I'm just going to I'm going to walk through this workflow in our product today. So let's just imagine that a data publisher wants to build a workflow where they can submit expenses so that are associated with managing the data, and then they want to do revenue shares with the data providers as well as with their own data publisher wallet. So a simple use case, but right now there's not many tools available that allow people to build a workflow like this that allows them to enable their business through expenses and incentivize and earn for folks to participate in the data union or the data publishing experience. So I think that's enough slides. So why don't we go into the product and I can show you how it actually works. Here I am. I created this data on the Ocean Marketplace already. I published it. We're currently working with the team to build a direct UI action within the publisher's experience where they will click manage revenue with Calica. So that'll be here, and we're working with Mihai and the rest of the team right now on building that integration directly into the UX here. That will take you to our page. Right now, we off-ramp users to Calica. Eventually, we hope to have a direct integration with Ocean as well with future projects. So let me just refresh this. And so once you're on this page here, you can begin to build your revenue share. So here, this is the token, the Riseable Whale token. And that's related to this marketplace here, or that's related to this data asset here. So I'll go ahead and click create revenue share, and we're in the workflow builder. So going back to my what I was trying to design here, we want to start with an expense reimbursement module. So I'm gonna go ahead and click expense reimbursement. And now I can start writing business rules. So we'll say Ocean Demo 1130. And then I've kind of cheated and done a little bit of pre-work for us so that I don't go overtime and get in trouble. And I've already made the first revenue split. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this contract address and connect it to the expense. So you can put in the profit address here, you can put your team's Gnosis safe, your own wallet, and really what the profit address means in an expense contract, it's once all the expenses have been paid, where do the excess funds go? So I'll go ahead and say the first expense, let's call it data cleansing, and we'll just have it go to my wallet, and you can choose the currency for how for which of the for what the expense is in. So let's just say it's an Ocean for now, and it costs 5 Ocean. You can add more expenses and so on. And then you can submit this this contract here. So once I confirm, now the smart contract factories are working to build the smart contract that executes these business rules. So the same is true if we wanted to build other contracts. We have the same experience available, all directly integrated with Ocean, where you can add basic splits contracts. We also have I think a really exciting use case, which is a milestone-based revenue share. So if you want to change the revenue distribution at certain points, like once 5 ETH has been earned, you can change it and so on. So all this is available as directly through the Ocean marketplace. So now, once you've gone ahead and built your workflow, now you can link it directly to the Ocean to your data source on Ocean Marketplace. So I'll go ahead and confirm. And now what we're doing is we're changing the payment collector address of that data asset, so that all revenue that data earns goes directly into the Calica infrastructure for folks to manage. And so this is always the awkward part of a on-chain demo, waiting for gas and transactions to process. But there we go. So now once it's all set, you can view your dashboard here. In this case, you can update expenses and add additional expenses as needed, as they're accrued. You can share the expense contract with the community. or with other folks so that they can track and provide and see transparency, and so forth. And so now what we'll do is I'm going to go to another wallet here, and I am going to buy some data. 1 second. There we go. So I'm going to go buy this data set that we just published. And what will happen now is that the resulting revenue will go directly into the Calica infrastructure. If we can speed up this transaction. There we go. Oh, wait. Oh, here we go. Apologies. Great. So once that transaction is processed, then we'll see the funds directly in the Ocean contract, the Calica infrastructure that supports this Ocean arrangement. So right now, these two contracts are connected, but are connected on chain. But you have to go to the two separate UXs here. So here's the revenue share agreement I made. This is providing, this is a revenue share between 3 different data providers and a publisher. And then the business rules that we set are that the revenue is shared after all the expenses are paid on the platform. So let's go ahead and see if that transaction went through. There we go. So now we see we have 10 Ocean in the contract. We have an expense of 5. So first, let's pay our expenses. So this will reimburse all the expenses that are in that currency. If you have expenses in other currencies, you can swap directly in Calica. So you can click swap tokens to swap to a stable coin or to ETH if there are any expenses in those currencies. And then what will happen is once all expenses have been paid, you can send all the excess profits. You can send all the excess funds directly to the profit workflow. So I can go ahead and do that here as well. I'll queue that transaction up. And then what that does is that'll then distribute the funds into the next stage of the workflow, the revenue share. So I think that's probably enough of me talking at the camera for now. And and I'll just end by saying, you know, we couldn't be more thrilled to be a part of this community. We're, you know, as I said earlier, so much of the way that data has been monetized on the internet is archaic, and that most of the infrastructure supporting that monetization is, you know, after the same exact monetization efforts. Like, how can a few companies capture your data and then monetize it? Well, we're really excited to be a part of reclaiming that data and helping folks monetize it within Ocean Protocol. So excited to open it up for questions. And I guess the last thing I'll say is reach out. We want to talk to every one of you if we can. So I'm Adam at calica.xyz. Our website, calica.xyz, also has a form that you can reach out to us. You can find me on Twitter as well, at Adam T. Silver. And we really want to meet with as many folks that are building in this ecosystem as we can. So with that, I'll close it and hand it off for questions.
Cool. Thanks, Adam. Really nice stuff. And it looks like you've come a long way in a short amount of time, as I said, certainly with bringing Calica to Ocean.
Thank you.
Question, I'm wondering, would this also work for data that's already been published on Ocean? Obviously,
yeah.
You know, in the sense that, let's say I published some data 2 months ago when Calica wasn't available. Is it possible to then integrate that retroactively or retrospectively on the data set that I've published?
Great question. And that was super important for us. So the answer is yes. We will, and I think that leads to a secondary question, which is when can the ocean community start using this?
Right.
So
Yep.
we are going to be live on Ocean in the next 2 weeks. We're working with Sheridan, Mihai, and the team to finalize the integration, and bring it to mainnet. It'll be available for all EVM compatible data sets. So the priority obviously being Polygon, given the throughput that Polygon has in the ecosystem. So once it is live, if you've ever published data on Ocean, you will be able to go within the Calica, the segment of the Calica app that's set aside for Ocean, and be able to write business rules directly for that data. So one of the things I'll also say is, if you're interested in using it, we want to talk to you. I know I mentioned this earlier, but we would love to be a part of like thinking through your workflows, and we're going to give as much of our time as possible to this community of free consultations on how you can use the product to enable your business models. And that's also where a lot of feature requests we're hoping that will come from.
Great. Well, it looks like there's a lot already been planned out, and I'm sure that other cool stuff will come out of conversations that you have with others in the future. So, Adam, cool stuff. Thanks again for sharing, and look forward to seeing more as it evolves from Calica. So, thank you again.
Thank you for having us.
Excellent. So with that, we'll go on to the next team that's presenting. And next up is Felt. Felt is building an easy-to-use tool for running machine learning across distributed data sets that are on Ocean in a privacy-preserving manner. So think federated learning, obviously, in this context. So Felt acts as an orchestration tool on top of Ocean Protocol and Ocean's compute-to-data technology, and aims to provide necessary algorithms and configuration so that users can select data sets from Ocean and train machine learning models on top of them. So presenting today from Felt are co-founders Brett Hayek and Philip Massar. Brett, I hope I got this right. You're based in Singapore, and Philip, you're in Czech, or is it vice versa? Either way, you guys are far away from one another, but definitely aligned and on the same page here. So thank you for being here today. Welcome to Ocean Builders, Brett and Philip. Yeah, please tell us, what are you guys building on Ocean? So the floor is yours.
Okay, yeah, thank you, Sheridan, and hi, everyone. So we'll just quickly share my screen. Okay, so today I would like to present Felt Labs, or Felt, and what we do. So the idea of Felt is to create a tool for data science or machine learning on distributed data. And what that means is that if you are browsing through Ocean Marketplace and you see some data sets and you probably want to maybe analyze them or train some machine learning model, we want to provide a tool which will allow you to pick one or even multiple data sets and train the machine learning models on them easily. And we want to do it in a way that it preserves the privacy of the data. So for that, we are using the compute-to-data technology provided by Ocean Protocol. And the good thing about our tool is that it uses only the tools which are already provided in Ocean Protocol itself. So you don't need to install any extra requirements or something like that. And as long as our tool is connected with the Ocean Marketplace, you can use the data from that marketplace. And for that, we provide our web application plus the algorithms published on Ocean Protocol, which allows you to start the training and run the computation. And there are many different use cases for this. You can imagine, for example, some e-commerce data where different shops would have some data from sales about their products. And this data could be sensitive because it can be about customers and stuff like that. So they wouldn't really want to share their data, but they still could like maybe collaborate on training some machine learning models across those data and provide some useful insights. And similar could be applied for market data when some people have some private signals about the stock market or any other kind of markets, and they don't really want to show their data, but they still want to profit from them and maybe provide them for doing some analysis by other people. And similarly, like self-driving cars, IoT devices, and stuff like that. So basically, any kind of data which is published on Ocean Protocol could be used with Felt Labs. And yeah, the idea of Felt Labs actually started about a year ago on Chainlink Hackathon. And from that, we learned about Ocean Protocol. We met many people from the community and iterate through different versions of Felt. And eventually in August, we finally created our first MVP version, which is base for our current version of application. And in September, we joined the Ocean Shipyard and added many more features to our application to get it to the point where it is right now. So kind of the next steps for our application is mainly to onboard new users. So yeah, if you find this presentation interesting, definitely go to our application, try it yourself, and give us some feedback, because that will be really helpful for us when building some next features and adding more stuff to our tool. And we will also like to connect with different ocean marketplaces and allow the users of our application to analyze as much data as possible. So that's like the future step for us. But as I said, like try our application, and you can just go ahead to app.feltlabs.ai and try it yourself. We also have some tutorials and documentation. So yeah, I think I can just head out to demo and show it how it works actually. So if I open up the feltlabs.ai, I can go to the app, which will open up the application, and you just have to connect your MetaMask account, and then I will activate this automation to make the things a bit smoother. And yeah, we can pick between training on single data set or multiple data set, but as I said, like our first goal was to train on multiple data sets, so I will go for multiple data sets. And here you just name your training, so I will name it, let's say, house prices demo. And for that, you have to pick your data sets first. So I will open up the Ocean Marketplace, and here I will search for price. So we already published some data sets, so it's 2 different data sets. And each of the data sets usually have, or always have, this DID, which is like unique identifier of the data set. So we'll just copy that and paste it in our application. And in our application, you can even view the data set to see some basic information. And you can also check how the data looks like. So it's just, this is like the example of the data. The actual data are bigger, but it's CSV file with some futures and the prices of the houses. So we will like train machine learning model, which will use these futures and predict the price of the house. So once we select the data sets, we can go to the next step. And in the next step, you will pick the machine learning model you want to train. So right now, we mainly provide the scikit-learn library and the models from that. So you can pick from different models, but we keep adding new and new models as we go. And we're also working on supporting TensorFlow, but we don't have any models there yet. And you can also calculate some basic statistics like mean, sum, variance, or standard deviation. But for this example, I will train the scikit-learn model, and because we want to predict prices, we will do regression model. So I will pick the lasso regression and go to the next step. And in the next step, you can pick the hyperparameters for your model. So the hyperparameters are same as in the scikit-learn library, where you can pick the regularization parameter, number of iterations, and stuff like that. And you can also pick this target column, which is the column which we want to predict from our data. So the last column are the prices of the houses, and that's what we want to predict. So that's why we select the -1. And then you just hit submit, and this will start the training for you. But to kind of speed things up, I won't wait for it and open up the application in another window. And here you can go to the launch jobs, which will show the jobs which we started. We have this demo which we just starting now, but I already started the same thing previously. So we can open up the one which already finished. And you can see that we started 2 training jobs on 2 different data sets. So you see that there is 1 local training and 2nd local training, and both of them successfully finished. And we also did a thing that we select both of them. So you can use these checkboxes to select them, and then you can aggregate them together to get the final model. So we already did that, so that we selected these 2, click aggregate, and aggregated them into the final model. And we can download this final model, which is the result of the compute job. We just click on download final model, and we get the final model. And now we will just show how to use this final model. So if we copy the final model into some code editor, I will use the Visual Studio Code. I will hit replace. And yeah, our model files are JSON files, which are encoding the model itself. And if you want to load the model, you have to use our Python library, which is open source. And you can just install it using pip install Felt Labs. So we'll import the Felt Labs library and load the model. So when we run it, we see that we loaded the model. And the model is just like a wrapping object around the scikit-learn model object. So we see that we trained this lasso model with the regularization parameter equals to 1. And from that, we can just take some data and predict using that model. So yeah, we just run this cell as well. And we see that we made some predictions for the data we provided. But to make it a little bit more interesting, I actually have some house data CSV file, which can load the whole table of different houses. So we see that we have the same features, the square feet, bedroom, bathrooms, and the price, which was the expected price. And we can run the prediction once again and create the prediction column in that table. So we see that we use the model, we created the predictions, and the predictions are quite close to what we would expect. So we see that it's usually differ by a little, but it's usually not that bad. And we can even create like a scatter plot of the prices which are expected and prices which are predicted. So we will run this cell as well. And we see that the blue dots are the prices which we would expect for given square feet size, and the orange ones are the predicted ones. So in some cases, we got quite close. In some cases, we got a little bit off, but we see that the model actually trained itself on 2 different data sets, and the combined model can predict the prices. So that's basically it for my demo. And yeah, as a closing remark, I would like to thank the Ocean Shipyard for the support and the opportunity to work on our tool, because I feel like in past few months we added many features and we are really excited about current state of the tool. So we hope to continue with the development. And if anybody have any questions, just feel free to ask and we'll be happy to answer.
Super, Brett, Philip, thank you so much. That was great, and it's nice to see those things all come together, and it's just really going to be exciting, particularly next year when we're really working to get some feedback from the data science community with respect to what features will enable and empower them to use Ocean better and more. And so this is a very timely addition, I think, to the ecosystem from many perspectives. There was a question that came in the thread. Actually, I saw it, and it was a question just to either one of you, really. Obviously, the question is, who do you see as first customers using this on a daily basis? This question is from Malte von Medem. He goes on to say, data scientists, of course, but also which business or which verticals or research fields do you think will be the first customers using this? And of those, which ones are you personally most excited about?
That's a really good question. I feel like there is a lot of different potential customers, but I feel like the easiest one to reach first will be the ones which already had their data online. So maybe something like DeFi, e-commerce, and stuff like that, which already kind of publishing the data online. and we just have to put them on Ocean protocol and analyze them. So hopefully one of these fields will be the first one.
Makes sense. And building on that, in terms of data format, are there any restrictions on data format?
Right now we work with the CSV files, but we also working on providing support for any other format and allowing the data providers to specify their format. So when we load the data, we will know what kind of data provider has, and based on that, we can load them.
Nice. Well, there are lots of other comments and questions in the feed, but keeping an eye on time, you can maybe drop the response to those in the chat, and we'll be able to get onto the next team. So with that, thanks again. Great presentation, great work. Super exciting, and I know that everyone's going to be keeping an eye on what's next. So thanks again to both of you.
Okay, thank you.
Great. So with that, last but not least, next up is Krypton Labs. Krypton Labs develops scalable and sustainable projects using blockchain and AI technologies. And for this particular project funded by Ocean Shipyard, Krypton, not quite sure what that was. Someone's mic is still on. Krypton, for this project that's going to be showcased today, worked to leverage Ocean Market to create Ocean Waves, basically. Ocean Waves, in a nutshell, is a decentralized music and entertainment streaming service that enables users to publish and monetize creative assets using Ocean. So presenting Ocean Waves for Krypton Labs today are Marian and Liviu. Both are based in Bucharest, Romania. So with that, welcome both of you to Ocean Builders. And please tell us, what are you building on Ocean? The floor is yours.
First of all, thank you for the invitation, everybody. So in a nutshell, we're developing, as you said, music streaming service based on Ocean protocol. So just a second to share the screen.
So far, what you guys have seen are the data sets and all kind of machine learning and advanced stuff. We want to show that there is also something else that you can build with Ocean, and maybe give it a different perspective on what's possible using Ocean technology. So we will present this idea, and then we will showcase the end result, and we hope you will enjoy it.
So everything started with a proof of concept. We saw a lot of potential in the market because artists are paid cents on a dollar for everything they were to create. Everything is controlled by the records. They control basically for every song the artist is just receives just a small part of the total income. So we thought that okay, let's build a proof of concept to see that if the whole project is viable or not. And thanks to Shipyard, we started to work on it. So we worked close with Alex and Mihai from Ocean. We established a development team from our side. We work close with both of guys. We chose together the technology we used, and we developed the project in 2 milestones. For the first milestone was to make sure that it is possible to upload a song, to listen to a song, to make sure it's possible to upload a song in most of the formats available, so including FLAC and so on, not just MP3s, which everybody is familiar with. Okay, and the second milestone was to go with the project further, to implement also albums that artists can upload. The users can buy albums, create playlists, listen to playlists, and sell a playlist. But this is still in progress. So we thought of three potential use cases for what we built. The first use case was for for the enthusiasts. They have high-end hardware, and they usually listen just to FLAC format song. So the FLAC is the highest quality that you can have. So this is the first use case for enthusiasts, for people that want to listen just to high-end song formats. The second is a standalone Web3 music platform. So basically, it's a music platform where everybody can upload whatever they want, whatever song they create. Create a song profile, create their own profile, interact with other users, play the song, receive income from for the songs they published. And the third use case, we think that a more social platform where artists can invite their whole just a second. English is not my native language, so okay, so artists can invite their whole audience, can receive feedback for these songs. Users can also invest in the songs that the artists are publishing, and earn income every time the song is played on the marketplace. Okay, so if we're okay with this, I can show you the marketplace, what we built, how is it working. Just a second to make sure that I can show the screen. Oh, just a second. So the project is called Ocean Waves. This is how it looks. So on Ocean Waves, you can connect with the wallet, with the MetaMask wallet. You have your own profile. You can publish a song using Ocean Protocol. You can buy songs using Ocean Protocol, and you can create playlists like I did. Oh, just a second. So I will publish a song. Let's say this one. So insert the title, insert the artist. The album can be whatever you want. The description can be whatever you want. Okay, the publisher is the person that is publishing the song. You can select the gene and continue. You have cover photo and audio file. So the cover photo, I have a link here. And the audio file, I have a link here. It was a challenge to identify the audio file in the link you provide, because you have to validate it, and if the link is not linking to an audio file, it would be generate an error. So setup of price. This is the preview. Continue, and as everybody here knows, you have to submit the 2 transactions in order to create the asset. Just a second, the first transaction is loading. Okay, confirm the first transaction. And I'll be waiting for the second transaction. Just a second, the MetaMask will pop up.
Marian, just a question while we're waiting. Does Ocean Wave support all kinds of audio files?
Yes. You can upload all kinds of audio files. You can test it with the non-audio files, and you will not be able to go with the publish further. It will generate an error. So it automatically tests if the file that is linked to the actual link is an audio or not. So the asset was created. Just a second. It depends on how good or how busy the Polygon Mumbai network is reacting. I think everybody had some problems at some point with Polygon Mumbai, because depending if it's the network is crowded or not. Okay, so I can buy the asset. The MetaMask will pop up again to sign both transactions. Just a second, it's loading. Usually it takes less time, but does not depend on us. Okay, I've signed the first transaction. I need to sign the second transaction, and after that I can add it to the playlist and play the song.
So obviously you can create multiple playlists. Is it possible to create and upload albums?
We are with the upload of the album, play the album. We are it's still in progress. Until I think the middle of the next month it should be ready. It's agreed with Ocean. It's the second milestone of our project. But in December everything will be ready, and artists or everybody can use the platform to also to upload or play or buy the albums. I added the song I bought here in the playlist. Okay, I muted it because you don't want to listen to the music now. This is how it's shown. This is the playlist. You can add every song in the playlist. If you don't have the song, you can buy it, sign 2 transactions, and it's automatically added to the playlist. You have your profile. You can see the songs that you uploaded and the songs that you bought. And here are total sales that you generated through the 4 songs that are uploaded. So in a nutshell, this is the project that we built on top of Ocean Protocol. We are quite proud of this project, and we will be prouder because we know what's coming next. It's until the half of next month it will be ready. Also the part of with the albums, and we're very let's say enthusiastic because we had some discussions with our partners at Ocean, and they want to go with the project further. They want to go to the market with the project. and it's cool.
Mm-hmm. Definitely cool. Definitely cool. Livio, do you have anything to add? Marion, I don't want to interrupt here. Obviously, that was super cool run through all the features that are available now, and there's more coming through. There have been some questions in the chat. Would now be a good time to kind of dive in there, or do you have more to share with us?
So first of all, we want to thank Ocean's team to Mihai and Alex. They have been always responsive to our requests, and we managed to overcome easily every obstacle. Regarding the project, we like the end result, and we believe there is a value in this decentralized music, let's say. But of course, I think we should find a niche that would be happy to use this product, because we believe that there are a lot of independent artists out there that maybe they are having hard time in monetizing their creations. Maybe they have YouTube communities, but it's hard for them to sell what they are producing. So this might come in help. Of course, you cannot compete directly with the big production studios, but I think we think that there is a niche, and we will find it.
Mm-hmm. No, very cool. Absolutely. Yeah. Looking at some of the chat questions in the feed, there was one that came in, I believe it was from Malta as well, about NFTs, data NFTs, and what role do you see data NFTs playing in ocean waves, especially given the popularity of NFTs lately and the way a new generation of blockchain users is already used to using or handling NFTs. So I guess the question there is what role do you see data NFTs playing within the ocean waves context?
We haven't built this platform with this idea. We built it like a audio streaming platform, decentralized. Mm-hmm. We need to think it through. Why not?
One of possible ideas, it's to split the song in let's say small parts. The artist can sell those parts as NFTs. You can keep the NFTs and earn royalties based on how many, let's say, sales the one song has. You can become, let's say, shareholder of a specific song. And this is a possible scenario.
Yeah, definitely. There are lots of different scenarios, and lots of comments in the chat too. Keeping an eye on time, it looks like we're kind of rounding out the session today. But awesome demo, Marian, Liviu, thank you so much, and thanks to everyone really, and all the teams who presented today. I mean, try this on for size. I can see, the ocean waves are running while I'm connected to my Brainstem wearable. It's all linked up with Calica in terms of dividing the profits through the data NFT, and ultimately that's run by Calica. And then at the end of the day, someone's going to leverage Felt to do some training. So there's my stab at bringing all the projects that we showed today together. Obviously, all using Ocean, and it's been super exciting and great to work with you guys for this event, as well as great to work with you guys for the shipyard. So congratulations on what you've accomplished so far. Definitely pleased to announce that the results of Shipyard are very encouraging, so much so that Open Shipyard or Ocean Shipyard grants will be extended into 2023 with up to 2 million Ocean tokens earmarked to support entrepreneurs looking to build open source Web3 solutions on Ocean. So that's what's in store for Ocean Shipyard in 2023. Keep your eyes out. And if you guys are tuning in and interested in learning more about Ocean Shipyard, be sure to visit the Ocean Protocol website at oceanprotocol.com. So we look forward to hearing from you and working with you. So with that, we've come to the end of the first edition of Ocean Builders. Super exciting, the stuff that we saw today. And obviously there's more stuff ahead for Ocean Builders. This is just the first kickoff event. The next event will be towards the end of next month, I believe. Certainly stay tuned to learn more about when that will be and what will be the focus of that event. Equally exciting projects definitely will be on deck. So again, thanks for tuning in. Until the next time, keep in touch with us on Discord and follow us on Twitter, obviously. And on behalf of the whole Ocean team, thanks again, and keep building on Ocean.